Goth Wednesday TV. So I'm going to be hopping into the topic of Kamala. So like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoy it. So I'm going to get into it right now. Her first interview.
The most anticipated interview of all time at this point, and I'm just literally being sarcastic here. Heavily edited, extremely edited. Just look at Dana Bash here and CNN, forced to edit this video. We're gonna count the edited clips, the cuts. We're gonna count that. What a collapse this was. We're gonna get right to it. Tim Walsh forced to sit in with Kamala Harris for this interview. What she says in this interview is actually insane. We're gonna go through it all. The internet is reacting to this in real time, so we're also gonna go through all of that. Make sure to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. CNN softball edited extreme.
Oh, so this is 𝕂𝕗𝕂 So you guys go highlight him. Go check his channel out. So this is who I'm looking at. The channel. Yeah, 𝕂𝕗𝕂. So go check him out. Like, subscribe, or simply watch the channel. Computer furrows, so.
Edited interview. So just let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know what you think of this mess, and let's take a listen on her positions on everything. And oh boy, let's go.
Madam Vice President, Governor Walz, thank you so much for sitting down with me and bringing the bus. Bus tour is well underway here in Georgia. You have less time to make your case to voters than any candidate in modern American history.
Actually, is this part one and part two? I guess we could just keep it here.
Voters are really eager to hear what your plans are. If you are elected, what would you do?
Well, I'm actually going to pause right here. I'm going to say that they tried to say it was live and advertise it live on CNN, but they're not fooling nobody, at least the ones that are ahead of the game and know their shit, like me and LV. It's not live. It was pre-recorded, and they edited it and all that, and they broke it down to segments and edited it. So where it was 18 minutes, it actually was a little bit longer than that, but it was broken down into a little bit of pieces. They softballed her, basically. They didn't. Dana was hardcore with Vance, Republican vice president. She was hardcore with him in the interview. With her, Kamala, whatever, she was just so soft and emotional, and it's like she fed her. It's just so ridiculous. But anyway, I'll resume. It's just like night and day, basically, when it comes to Democrat and Republican.
On day one in the White House?
Well, there are a number of things. I will tell you, first and foremost, one of my highest priorities is to do what we can to support and strengthen the middle class.
Why can't you do that now? I mean, bro, do you hear
exactly
this? They are treating her like she is not in the White House and a part of this administration right now.
When I look at the aspirations, the goals, the ambitions of the American people, I think that people are ready for a new way forward, in a way that generations of Americans have been fueled by hope and by optimism. I think, sadly, in the last decade, we have had in the former president someone who has really been pushing an agenda and an environment that is about diminishing the character and the strength of who we are as Americans.
A lot of people are saying that she looks worn out. Yeah, she looks very stressed out. But once again, talking like she's not in the White House.
Really dividing our nation, and I think people are ready to turn the page on that.
So what would you do day one?
Day one, it's going to be about, one, implementing my plan for what I call an opportunity economy. I've already laid out a number of proposals in that regard, which include what we're going to do to bring down the cost of everyday goods, what we're going to do to invest in America's small businesses, what we're going to do to invest in families. For example, extending the child tax credit to $6,000 for families for the first year of their child's life to help them buy a car seat, to help them buy baby clothes, a crib. There's the work that we're going to do that is about investing in the American family around affordable housing, a big issue in our country right now. So there are a number of things on day one.
You would think she was not in the White House.
Right.
You
Right.
would think that during this interview, she is randomly running for president. And she's looking at notes. Is she looking at notes?
What about you?
You see that edit?
Yes, I see that edit. I had to pause it. I see that edit. She's looking at notes. I mean, just imagine you're looking at notes to already try to figure out what you want to do for the United States of America. Like, I don't know if people can fathom this. You're looking at notes just to know where to start from, square one, policy-wise. That's beyond sad and wow.
And they're adding Tim Walz here. They're editing.
Investing in the American family around affordable housing, a big issue in our country right now. So there are a number of things on day one. What about you?
Well, I'm excited about this agenda too. As I said, the idea of inspiring America to what can be, and I think many of these things that the Vice President's proposing are things that we share in values. And the child tax credit is one we know that reduces childhood poverty by 1/3. We did it in Minnesota to have a federal partner in this. Unbelievable, I think, in the impact that we can make.
You talked about, you call it the opportunity economy. You are well aware that right now many Americans themes is we're not going back. But I wonder what you say to voters who do want to go back when it comes to the economy specifically, because their groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Well, let's start with the fact that when Joe Biden and I came in office, during the height of the pandemic, we saw over 10 million jobs were lost. People, I mean, literally, we were all tracking the numbers. Hundreds of people a day were dying because of COVID. The economy had crashed. In large part, all of that because of mismanagement by Donald Trump of that crisis. When we came in, our highest priority.
He literally handed you he literally handed you 1.9. I think that was the official number. Inflation. And then under your administration, it went to 7. This is unbelievable. They have no idea. They want to blame Trump. She's blaming Trump. Trump hasn't been.
I'm sorry about the signal, you guys.
President since 2020. She's blaming Trump and the pandemic for all the failures of this administration that she's obviously running against.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Running against her own track
not making sense.
Record.
Yeah, it's not making
this
sense.
Is crazy.
Was to do what we could to rescue America, and today we know that we have inflation at under 3%. A lot of our policies have led to the reality that America recovered faster than any wealthy nation around the world. But
you're saying that we're struggling, no?
You are right. Prices, in particular for groceries, are still too high. The American people know it, I know it, which is why my agenda includes what we need to do to bring down the price of groceries. For example, dealing with an issue like price gouging, what we need to do to extend the child tax credit to help young families be able to take care of their children in their most formative years, what we need to do to bring down the cost of housing. My proposal includes what would be a tax credit of $25,000 for first-time home buyers, so they can just have enough to put a down payment on a home.
Bad idea.
Which is part of the American dream and their aspiration, but do it in a way that allows.
Bad idea for so many reasons.
Allows them to actually get on the path to achieving that goal and that dream.
So you have been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah. Can we get some pushback? And what's up with all these edits and cuts?
The steps that you're talking about now, why haven't you done them already?
Ooh. Where's she looking at? She looking at the notes now?
Yeah, she's looking at her notes.
The steps that you're talking
she's
about.
She's looking at her notes. And Dana is not going to push back. She's in cahoots with CNN. There's no way Dana is going to push back. She gave what's this? Vance. She gave Vance the business. She's not going to do it with comrade. She's not going to do it with radical, fucking woke, crazy bitch. She's in cahoots with her. She's not going to give her the business. She gave her one follow-up question the whole interview. This is just beyond scary, but also sad at the same time. On so many levels, intellectually, it's sad. It's not okay. She's crazy. She's radical. An empty brain. No, she is a machine. She just goes off of stuff and just reads stuff. Reading notes for an interview for what you want, how you want to better America and all your policies. You should know that by heart. How do you need index cards or like notes? That's insane to me.
Now, why haven't you done them already?
Well, first of all, we had to recover as an economy, and we have done that. I'm very proud of the work that we have done that has brought inflation down to less than 3%. The work that we have done to cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors. Donald Trump said he was going to do a number of things, including allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices. Never happened. We did it. So now, as I travel in the state of Georgia and around our country, the number of seniors that have benefited, I was
looking at her notes. Oh,
right.
You guys pointed that out. I wasn't paying attention to that. She keeps looking down.
She is.
This has never happened. We did it. So now, as I travel,
right there, look at her notes there.
In the state of Georgia and around our country, the number of seniors that have
right there again. Oh my God! I didn't want to believe it.
Right.
Looking at her notes.
Me neither.
Talking.
Me neither.
Look at that.
I
didn't want to believe it either. I'm like,
can't stop looking down.
It's sad.
A grandmother who showed me her receipts.
It's ridiculous.
And before,
again,
we capped the cost of insulin
the whole time.
$35 a month. She was paying hundreds of dollars, up to thousands of dollars a month for her insulin. She's not doing that anymore.
You maintain Bidenomics is a success.
I maintain that when we do the work of
looking down at the notes, and she just got asked a hard question about Bidenomics. Bidenomics is not working.
Up to thousands of dollars a month.
She should know that by heart.
She's not doing that anymore.
You maintain Bidenomics.
She's
a success.
She should know Bidenomics is not working. She should have been known it wasn't working by heart. But see, she's a radical. She's not for America. She's not for bettering people's lives, mediocre people, middle class people like me. She's not for that. So she's radical. She's not for that. She's not for that. Yes, every moment she gets, she looks at her notes. This is comical, but it's also sad. Like, it really is. Like, a grown, like, are you serious? Like, a grown woman, like, this is why certain people can just be dangerous because of, like, their mindset of, like, hell, they could just have an empty mind, empty brain, empty anything, and they can still be dangerous. It's insane. It's just fucking insane. I'll continue. Excuse my language. Every moment she gets, she's looking at notes on how to better America, your own policies, whatever you believe in, whether you're liberal, Republican. She can't even remember her own policies. That's how you know she has a different agenda. Hell, I'm not surprised if she's even a spy. I'm not surprised at all. Because America's a business. This agenda is deeper than what people really think anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's a plug, whatever you want to call it, if she's a plug to spy and infiltrate. She's not trying to better America. Every one of the policies that she did or whatever or does have, it's against America. It's against bettering everyday living American people. All the policies are against the fabric of just simply being American, living, food, financially, everything. It's just against it. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a spy, let alone a reptilian.
That when we do the work of bringing down prescription medication for the American people, including capping the cost of the annual cost of prescription medication for seniors at $2,000, when we do what we did in the first year of being in office to extend the child tax credit so that we cut child poverty in America by over 50%.
Won't answer if Bidenomics was successful or not.
She doesn't answer.
Looking at her notes, this is a collapse.
She doesn't answer.
What we have done to invest.
I have to pause again. She does not answer questions straightforward or even at all. She does not answer. She says a bunch of words. It's like cut and paste. The words don't even always even make sense. She just cuts and pastes a lot of words like significance or to better the economy. Like, she just cut and pastes all these words together and they don't even make sense. And she never winds up answering the question. And then Dana acts like she answered the question. Like, no, you know she didn't answer the question. You just let her skim me on and by. Because she's in cahoots with CNN. She never answers any question straight right. I sat through this. I don't think she answered any question straightforward. It was just, she danced around it with a bunch of words. It's like a child. Like, it's really like scary. Like, it's like a child that just says a bunch of words. It sounds all nice and smart and shit, but maybe not even a child. What the fuck? Whatever. Excuse me. Just like a teenager or a person in college. Like, it's like they said, she just didn't do any of the homework. Just says all these words that do have definitions to them, but it's like they don't go together with what's being asked of her. It's like she's the definition. If mindfuck was a person, she'd be it.
Invest in the American people and bringing manufacturing back to the United States so that we created over 800,000 new manufacturing jobs, bringing business back to America. What we have done to improve the supply chain so we're not relying on foreign governments to supply American families with their basic needs, I'll say that that's good work. There's more to do, but that's good work.
I want to get some clarity on where you stand on some key policy issues. Energy is a big one. When you were in Congress, you supported the Green New Deal. And in 2019, you said, quote, "There is no question I'm in favor of banning fracking." Fracking, as you know, is a pretty big issue, particularly in your must-win state of Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020. that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
In 2019, I believe, at a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing
Sorry about the
federal
noise, you
ban on
guys.
fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question, I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes.
Yes, she's changing all her positions. And finally, we get a little bit of pushback here. She's literally changing her positions. Now she wants to baby drill. There was earlier, Trump literally called her out and said, yo, we should give her a MAGA hat. We should give her a MAGA hat.
So it changed in that campaign?
In 2020, I made very clear where I stand. We are in 2024, and I've not changed that position, nor will I going forward. I kept my word, and I will keep my word.
What made you change that position?
Sorry for the internet freezing stuff, guys.